Mike Jardine.
Oh, yeah? What are you working on? What are you working on right now?
Several cases.
Okay.
What is this about?
Are you working on something right now?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
All right, what are you working on? What are you working on?
It doesn't matter what I'm working on. I'm asking you, what are you doing here taking pictures?
Where have you been today? Have you been here all day? Or have you been out and about a little bit?
He's tripping, bro.
What is this about? Who are you?
I'm asking the questions. Where have you been today?
No,
have you been here?
I'm asking the questions. You're on this property.
Okay, so it
You're,
just paused.
You're on this property, so you need to answer my questions.
Are you drunk?
Okay, so this is why this is funny to me and why this is a masterclass. Number one, nothing that he's doing is illegal. So the first thing that you have to understand is that public space and public domain, you are allowed to videotape. So all those videos of people that, you know, that are take on the street, right? And somebody comes up and is like, yo, I don't want to be in your video or don't record me. You're in a public space, so you're allowed to record legally. That's like a First Amendment protected right.
Sure.
So him being in the parking lot, which is technically publicly owned property, right? Taking pictures. On one hand, I understand what the officer is doing because that is kind of weird in today's modern society with certain things that happen, you know, whatever, attacks, all of that stuff. It is weird. You know what I mean? It's like, why is this dude taking pictures? You know, is he planning something? I can understand why he is, asking him questions, but he's fully within his rights. And the reason why this is a masterclass is because it just goes to show you, like, when you speak with authority and take control of a conversation, like, people short circuit. They're not used to it. So that could be talking to a girl and be like, yo, just super confident, be like, hey, what's your name? What are you doing here? Hey, who you with? Like, you look really good.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And just not showing that, like, lack of confidence. It, like, just automatically switches the frame for people.
Yeah.
So in this scenario, he's just, like, literally doing Jedi mind tricks. And I get it. It's kind of like, yo, why are you fucking with this cop who's just trying to do his job, right? Mm-hmm. But then at the end of the day, I think he's just proving a point. He's just showing that, like, how you can just speak with authority and just totally override a situation and take control of it.
So I agree with the last part of what you were saying. In an absolute sense, when you take control, this is definitely example of, because you can actually see this. The cop is following the conversation instead of leading, and typically the cop would lead in the situation. Mm-hmm. I don't know why I'm like this, bro. I grew up. I was in a military family. I'm with authoritative figures, I just view them differently than everyone else. So while everyone's like F12 and blah, 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 I just have this underlining respect for them. So how I view this is this was uploaded 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, it's literally 2020-ish. So let's say it happened before 2020. After Ferguson and all the BLM stuff and the anti-police sentiment, and then you got psychos popping off at schools. Like, I think the paranoia as a cop is like they have a more assertive and like, hey, what's going on here? Like, hey, this isn't normal behavior.
Yes.
So let me just check in on this. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, does he have the right to go ham on this dude? I don't even know. Let's see. We'll see where this goes.
Let's see where it goes.
But I just feel like because this is what's interesting. Who the F goes to a police station and starts taking pictures, shooting videos? That's wild.
Yeah, I agree. It is weird.
In the position of police and judges specifically, where someone would more likely want to take them out in society than just some, you know what I'm saying? So I could see that paranoia, and I think that will save your life as a police officer and a judge in a sense.
I mean, that is their job, is to be, on the lookout for things that are out of place. And to your point, it is kind of weird that a dude's doing that. I will fully admit that. Again, he's fully within his rights. So I think what he's asserting is like, hey, I have a right to do this. It's legal. And there's so many situations where police officers will
Cross.
disturb a person who is not committing any crime, who is totally within their rights, and
They'll misuse their power.
they'll misuse their power,
And
and
authority.
they'll go beyond what their rights as a police officer are. And when somebody questions them on that, they'll sit there and do shit that's literally illegal. It's like it's illegal to illegal search and seizure. There's all these different things that can occur because cops will overstep their boundaries when a person knows their rights.
I say that to say this. I still know who's going to take me to the gulag.
Exactly.
And it ain't going to be the dude talking shit on the camera.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So
Well, it could be.
It is
I don't
what
know.
it is. All right, let's go.
Why are you slurring your words today? So have you been here all day, or have you been out?
gets it. He
have you
gets
been
it
to the
now.
bar today at all?
The cop gets it now.
Who are you?
Have you been to the bar today?
Who are you?
I'm an investigator,
Investigator for who?
investigative journalist. I investigate corrupt officials. So I'm wondering, where have you been today? Have you been here all day, or have you been out at the bar at all?
Working on a fraud case. That's
Okay.
where I've been.
Okay. Have you been to the
Damn.
bar at all today?
No.
He's falling in line.
Okay.
That's wild.
You got any drugs on you? Have you used any drugs today?
What a ridiculous question.
That's not a ridiculous question. Do you know where he's been today?
I don't keep tabs on him.
Okay.
Bro, I'm sorry,
Do you know
man.
what time
I
his
think
shift
this is
started?
hilarious.
It is
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Does he usually drink on the job, or no? Not that anybody knows of for sure. Have you guys ever breathalyzed him while he's been on the job?
I actually feel bad for them.
Would you submit
So,
to a breathalyzer
hold on
for
for
me
a
right
second.
Let's just get it. We're almost
Yeah.
at the end.
You know that?
Mark
You
it
got
down
about
in your
5
brain.
minutes to get out of here right now.
Or what?
Or what? You're on
My
law
property.
enforcement. This isn't your
Yeah, it
property.
is. Shut the hell up. Get out of here now.
What'd you say?
I said shut up and get out
No,
of here.
you get out of here now.
Hey, you better get your boy. Get your
That's
butt
crazy.
back in your office
You
and do
shut
your
up.
job.
You shut up and get
You
out
get
of
your
here.
butt back in your office and do your job.
No. No.
You quit drinking on the job. You understand me?
Whatever.
You punk ass. You get your ass back in there. You don't look back here again.
Yo, this is insane. That's
I'll be
actually
watching
insane.
you.
I haven't seen this whole thing.
You are now under investigation.
To be clear, it has not been proven that Detective Mike Jardine is or was drinking on the job.
Bro, that's okay. Spit, cook.
I'm just saying, dude, it's
It
a
was.
master class in authority. That's what it is. Like, if you look outside of what he's doing, he's within his rights, and that's where police officers will overstep and be like, why are you talking to me that way? You know, they might say, like, oh, you're being disrespectful, resisting arrest. I got arrested for resisting arrest. You remember that?
Yeah,
I got pepper sprayed for what?
I remember.
For passing out flyers. I did nothing wrong. I broke no laws, right? But they detained
They
me.
overstepped their boundaries.
Exactly.
And they misused their power, which
They
does
beat the
that's
shit
why
out
this
of
is
me.
so ironic.
Yeah.
This is super ironic. I don't want to get wokey woke because I am not a wokester.
Yeah.
I'm not. But
Yeah.
can we be honest for 1 second? If that was a dark black brother who was big and intimidating, would it have played out like that? Would they have let him take that
Maybe.
authority?
Maybe.
Depends on how he looks. Like he had
Once
dreads,
again-
a jersey.
You know, the thing that he did was smart, as he said, I'm an investigator. So immediately what it was is he was taking authority. He took a stance of authority from the very beginning, and he did not relent.
Dude started thinking of his side chick, like, yo, who is this?
Exactly.
He was
This
like,
is what
yo,
I'm
'cause we
saying.
all
His
got
life.
something. We all got something.
Bro, he spoke with authority.
is effed up.
His life flashed before his eyes because he was
He's like,
investigating
what have I done wrong? Like,
Exactly.
It's like, yo, I did take that one time. I didn't put the weed. I used.
Well,
it
he
to
said an
smoke.
investigative journalist. So then he starts thinking, well, I wonder what he's investigating, right? All these things start flashing through his mind, and he just took that stance of authority. That's why I just think it's interesting from a psychological standpoint. And it reminded me of little like life hacks that I learned at an early age. So for instance, like this might sound kind of ridiculous, but do you remember when we went to South by Southwest and I got backstage of the show with like the Alcoholics and all these different artists that were performing back then, right?
Yep.
So I got into the like VIP section. It's just a little trick that I learned when I used to go to raves. And a lot of times they would sell out of tickets and then you wouldn't be able to like get in. So I would always just figure out a way to get in, and I would just do these little like things where I just walk up to the security guard and be like, hey, I got to get it through. Come on. And I just wave my friends and I'd be like, let's go, come on. And I just act with authority. A lot of times dudes would stop me and be like, dude, where the hell are you going?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't slick. But 9 times out of 10, they would just let me in. And I just realized it's like this psychological thing. So what I did at that concert to get backstage, we had these little passes, right? Which were just like performance passes, but I just flashed it like that. Like I knew what I was doing and like I had the authority to the security guard, and then just started waving people in, and I just walked right past. So it's just one of these little hacks that I learned, that if you
I'll keep it
speak
real.
with authority, that if you act like you know what you're doing, sometimes you could just get through.
I'll keep it real. That kind of pisses me off. Can
What's
I
that?
be honest? What you just said.
Okay, let's
Because
go.
my lived experience, I've walked around with absolute confidence.
Yeah.
And do you want to know why?
Why is
Because
that?
it was my fucking concert,
Yeah.
and these niggas wouldn't let me in my shit. Like, I was like, yo, man, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, this is my shit. And I had to get the owner of the venue. Oh, yeah, that's Rob.
That's
And
right,
that's
bro.
happened at Sunshine Studios. It happened at the Roxy Theater. It's happened everywhere except the Black Sheep. Mother effers just shake me down.
That's because I flashed the white privilege card, I guess.
I'm like, fuck out of here, bro. Like, it was, bro, I started thinking about what you just said. I'm like, because I'm a tour manager.
Yes.
And there have been times where I forget my
you
laminate in
flash-
the tour bus.
Okay.
And I'm walking up like, yo, man, I'm the tour manager. I got to fucking plead with these MFers to get, I'm like, bro, I'm the tour, man. And it's funny because I've seen fools like you do shit like that. The drunk white dude, hey, man, I'm here with fucking Lupe and we need to get in right now. I go do the same shit. Nigga, what you got in your pockets? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm actually getting kind of heated because I try to stay away from this woke bullshit because it is like this weird shit. But when you have a lived experience and it's happened, I'm the promoter of the show. These niggas is here because of me.
You're also mad calm too, and you don't press things. That's what I'm trying to say, is that sometimes
But
if I think
still
if
have
you
the confidence to be like, hey, man, this is my show. You're tripping, bro.
Yeah.
Let me through.
and they still don't let you through.
No. I'd have to get like, hey, call Ron down
Bro,
here.
I'm gonna start a
I'm like,
course
yeah,
then.
nigga,
I'm gonna
call
start a
Ron.
course. This just taught me what I need to do. I'm
This
gonna
is
at
some
the Jedi
bullshit,
Mind
man.
Trick course. I will show you how to do it. I will teach you the ways.
Cool,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Cool. All right, y'all. Peace.